Oh my God, hello. I think I'm live. Hello, everybody. Now, the plan is that this is going to be on YouTube. I'm basically going to be doing this Dark Side TV thing live from the shop, hopefully every Tuesday.
Oh, hello.
I
think
God,
I'm live.
My other tab. Yeah, so basically the plan is that I'm going to be doing this live every Tuesday, maybe some Wednesdays, but hopefully more likely Tuesdays, to basically show you all the awesome news. Now, I figure with Google Hangouts, the quality should be a little bit better. It shouldn't look so potato-y. Also, hopefully the sound is better. Basically, I hope it's just better. It means the archiving is kind of better, so I can leave YouTube videos up, whereas Facebook videos get kind of messy really quickly. They're not so good for organizing stuff, and I like stuff to be organized. So, watching, please drop a comment either below on Facebook or in the live YouTube comments. Yeah, just let me know. I think you can only comment on the stream if you've got a YouTube account, so just comment on Facebook and let me know. As I've said in the description, if anybody wants any of this stuff put to one side or reserved for them, then send me over a direct message to the Dark Side Comics Facebook page, because I have a memory like a sieve and I will have forgotten by tomorrow morning. So, watching, let me know who you are, whether you're on YouTube or not. I'm kind of half watching this on YouTube, and it does still look a bit potato-y. I don't know. Also, hello, Chris. I see that you're watching. Awesome. Yeah, just let me know who's there, who's watching. Because the quality looks awesome on my computer, and then probably not so awesome on YouTube. I don't really know what to do about that. There's a couple of you watching. Actually, me who's watching via other means, like whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go straight in with some of the new stuff that is out this week. There is some really awesome stuff out this week. I haven't had a chance to read everything I want to read, but I am positive that some of them are going to be marvelous. So I don't know whether to keep. How are we feeling about the hat? Keep the hat, lose the hat, Luffy. Let's lose the hat. I feel like the brightness is helping. Oh, I've got cold ears now though. Disaster. Hello, new viewers that are joining. Please let me know who you are in either the YouTube comments or on Facebook. So now, if you guys can't hear me or see me, video, which isn't as good, I'm gonna get to the comics. First up, these are in kind of alphabetical order, I think. So this week we have Avengers #2, and this is from the new Mark Waid series. Mark Waid is awesome, so his Avengers series is awesome. I read the first one of these and the issue 1.1 that came out afterwards, and they were both really good. His covers, which I think are Alex Ross covers, are gorgeous. Yeah, Avengers is awesome. It's Mark Waid, like, can't really go wrong with Mark Waid. Next up, we in Little China from New York. It's a mashup. It's in one comic. This is issue 3. I haven't been reading it, but it looks insane. If Kurt Russell in your life, this is double the Kurt Russell. So, like, what else do you need? Next up, we have a serious favorite of mine. I am loving this, which is Marvel's Champions. Oh, it is so good. Best. This is another one I think that's by Mark Waid. Again, you really can't do any wrong with Mark Waid at all. He's awesome. And this is kind of like a Young Avengers book, but not. So the team is these guys you can see here: Miles Morales, Kamala Khan, Spider-Man is Marvel, Viv Vision, daughter that he created, Amadeus Cho as the Hulk, he's the current Hulk. We have Nova, and we have, I call him Baby Cyclops. So young Cyclops, the past, but he's been transported to the future, which is now. Yep, confusing, because something happened to normal Cyclops. I don't want to say spoilers for that whole X-Men thing, but something happened to normal Cyclops. So we've now got Cyclops from the past living in the future. He's joined the Champions. Yeah. Anyway, that doesn't matter because it doesn't really come into it. Basically, you can start this from issue 1. out tomorrow. It's so good. It's so good. In the second issue, they go camping because Miss Marvel wants them all to bond, and they use Viv Vision as like a Wi-Fi signal, which is just so much. I just think it's probably one of Marvel's best books, and I know I've said that about other stuff recently, but they are putting out some really good stuff, and Champions is one of them. I strongly recommend Champions to everybody. Like, I don't think that there's anyone that wouldn't enjoy Champions. It's so good, and like the dynamic of these characters really work. And before Champions, I had read him and I'd read Vision, so I was familiar with them. I'd read like the first volume or two of Miss Marvel, hadn't read any Miles, hadn't read any Cyclops, hadn't read any Nova. It's made me love all of them, which is quite a feat. You don't have to have read any of those titles to know these guys at all. It basically sets you in, you're ready to go, you're sorted, these are these people, this is how they connect. But the team dynamic is really good, so much. Mark Waid is a master. It's also Humberto Ramos artwork, which he's the guy doing the covers as well. So that's what it looks like inside. But I really, to me, it's quite heavily stylized. So yeah, I really love it. Also, yes, hello to Joe and Ross. I see you are watching. Thank you. Sarah Hart, I just saw you liked the Facebook video, so thank you. So yeah, Champions. Everyone needs to read Champions. I think I only have this. Oh, I have issue 2 left. If you can find issue 1 somewhere and grab issue 2 either from me or elsewhere, do it. It's so good. Next up, we've got a DC Rebirth title that I've got on the shelf this week, which is Superman. I love this cover. No idea what's going on because I'm not reading it, but really into that cover. It's like almost like a zombie bizarro thing. I don't know. Maybe if anyone's reading Superman, you can let me know in the comments what the deal is with that. Next up, we have Midnighter and Apollo from DC, which I love so much. So much. Essentially, this is the 3rd issue. To give you a quick rundown of the story, gay Batman has to go into hell to save his solar-powered alien boyfriend. If you think that sounds like everything you need, then you would be 100% correct. It's awesome. I really like that whole thing of like spouse going into hell to save off. I know it's been done before, but it really works with these guys, especially Midnighter is really awesome, like violent, awesome, and Apollo is so sweet. So yeah, that's awesome. If you're like romance is like Steve and Bucky, then Midnighter and Apollo will appeal to you 100%. Again, I think I'm generally not a big DC fan, but this has been outstanding. I'm really enjoying it, and it's only a limited run. I think it's only going to be 6 issues, so a nice small mini sort of thing. It's once a month, I think, so it isn't too much to read either. I strongly recommend picking that up. Next up, we have Jim Henson's The Storyteller Giants. The Storyteller comics have been awesome. There might have been another one that I've forgotten, but this is Giants. This is out tomorrow. Connor Nolan is the artist and writer, I guess, but this is the first issue. It's another little 4-issue miniseries like the others have been. And if the others are anything to go by, these are lovely. Like, they're so nice. It really fits with that Jim Henson kind of world. It's just lovely. Like, if you've liked Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, any of the other Storyteller series, then you're gonna like this stuff because it's very strongly Henson. Issues that I'm saying to you, these are just the shelf issues. There is other stuff out that is like that people have ordered in. Obviously, I don't get like one of everything, so this is just the stuff that I've chosen for the shelf. Most of you probably know that, but just thought I'd verify. Next up, we've anyway, it's really sweet. It's really cute artwork. It's a really nice, like, girl power story. It's Marguerite Bennett writing it, and she's the queen, so I knew it would be good. The artist is Mock, although Cameron D'Audio's on there too. I think Audrey Mock is the artist, but it's really cute. If you like anything girl powery, like Sailor Moon or Zodiac Star Force or Spell on Wheels, anything that's like girl gang sort of thing, but with like a band musician twist, then this is it. I really like it. And I almost saved this for last because it's like my favorite thing ever. Yeah, so I was going to save this for last, but it's kind of like next in the alphabet, so I'll just do it. Is Motor Crush. Oh my god. You might have already seen me like screaming about this. I did a big post on the Dark Side page about it a couple of weeks ago when I was very lucky enough to get the chance to read it early. It is by the amazing trio of Brendan Fletcher, Cameron Stewart, and Babs Tarr. Is drawing the artwork. I think Cameron Stewart might also have had something to do with some of the design. He kind of blends the line between co-writer and co-artist sometimes. I know he did on Batgirl. So yeah, if you recognize that team of Fletcher, Stewart, Tarr, it's because they are the iconic trio. Name me a more iconic trio. Oh wait, the iconic trio that did a Batgirl of Burnside, which is the Batgirl in the purple leather and the yellow DMs, the awesome Batgirl. So that team, they've left DC and they've gone to Image to do Motor Crush. Now, I don't want to say too much about it other than essentially girls riding motorbikes in the future. It's a little bit Mad Max. It's definitely got like a strong Blade Runner aesthetic. Little peppering of things that you like smashed together in this, and it works so well. Like visually it's gorgeous, story-wise it's epic, it's funny, it's like I was reading it and I just like couldn't stop reading it. Like it's a total page turner. I love it. Like I would say it's up there as one of my favorite #1s of this year. Like the whole year, it really stands out to me. It's really amazing. I have a couple of copies of this, but if you want it, you're going to have to get it down quick because I sense that it's going to go pretty fast. I honestly enough, like if you like the sound of any of those things, if you like, it's like almost words escape me. It's so good. And the post that I wrote about it, if you flick back through the Dark Side page and find the picture and the post about it, I kind of summed it up a little bit more eloquently then. And like the designs of the characters, like I read it and I was like, oh, now I want to design my own like Motor Crush rider because they're so, it's just like so, like the whole world they've created, like they've made this really like visceral, interesting world in like one issue. Sometimes it takes like 20 issues to do that, and they've done it within one issue. You're just like, oh, I get this and I want to be a part of it. Amazing. Now I'm done like praising that to the hills. Next tomorrow, we've also got Predator versus Judge Dredd versus Aliens issue 3. This seems like it's been a long time coming. I guess there was a bigger gap than usual between this and #2. But yeah, that is out tomorrow, issue 3. If you've been reading that, I have not. DC's Young Animal, Shade the Changing Girl. So Young Animal is the imprint that Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance fame, aka one of my many husbands, has been doing, and Shade the Changing Girl is completely weird. If you want something really, really strange, I have still got copies of issue 1 and 2, and this is 3 out tomorrow. I really enjoy it. You have got to be willing to read something totally bizarre and totally strange and really, really out there. It's essentially about this kind of strange looking being. It's got like a long beak and strange hair, that the body of a young girl in a coma and wakes her up and has all these strange powers, and it's like dimension warping. It's really weird. But if you want something really weird or like really different from anything you've ever read, then Shade the Changing, it's so weird. I think if you like Gerard Way, if you like My Chemical Romance, if you like his brand of weirdness, then you're gonna like all the Young Animal titles. I've got to be honest, I'm a huge Gerard Way fan, as everybody knows. This feels very consistent with his whole thing, his whole image that he's always put out, his creativity. If you like weirdness in the way that you like Gerard Way's weirdness, you're gonna like Shade. If you have no idea who he is, then don't worry about it, but he's awesome. You should probably check out who he is. But if not, read Shade or Doom Patrol or Mother Panic or Cave Castle or any of them from that label. Shade is bizarre, but in a good way. Like me. Is that how you say it? I guess. I believe she originated in the Darth Vader series, which I have not been reading, I have to admit, and I have not read this. But if you have been enjoying Darth Vader or the Star Wars comics in general, this has just, it's by Kieran Gillen, who was writing the Darth Vader series, so there's that sort of consistency in it. I do like the look of her, she looks cool, and I like this like blue-grey Chewbacca guy. I say Chewbacca, like, I realise he's a Wookiee, but he has some facial similarities to Chewbacca. He's also got a nice Mad Max / Ragnarok style outfit going on, complete with shoulder pad. So yeah, that's out tomorrow. Next up is one that I will be reading, which is Unworthy Thor issue 2. Issue 1 was pretty great. I've been a big fan of the Lady Thor, and I'm deliberately not saying who she is because that's a spoiler if you haven't read it. I've been a big Likewise, Unworthy Thor is pretty cool. It's Jason Aaron writing it. He has been writing Girl Thor. He was writing The Mighty Thor, which is more of the Girl Thor. He wrote Thors during Secret Wars. He's been writing kind of the Thor verse. I believe he was doing the Thor series with this Thor, pre-Girl Thor. He's kept it consistent in the way that he's telling a big story. With other stories within them, sort of thing. Hard to explain. You don't need to have read everything to get the point. I certainly didn't. I read Girl Thor and then The Mighty Thor, which was the next lot, and I'm reading this, and it all makes perfect sense to me. I didn't read his Thor run before. I did read Thor's. Read everything by any means. I think it's just a bonus if you have. I'm pretty sure he actually said that in the end of the first issue, that you don't need to have read the whole thing, but if you have, you'll get certain little bits here and there. It makes a cohesive piece, whatever. Either way, this is really good. A metal alarm, which that says it all really, doesn't it? So yeah, that's really, really good. And last this week, we have A Year of Marvels. Definitely didn't just hit myself in the face with that. We have A Year of Marvels with the Uncanny, which features one story about the marvelous Kate Bishop and one story about, I believe that is, yep, the Punisher. So I haven't read this yet. I'm gonna, because I dig Kate Bishop and I'm indifferent to the Punisher. These Year of Marvels books have been really good, just as one-offs. They're total one-shots, so you don't need to have read anything before or after. They are just individual stories. So half the book is one character, half the book is the other. Not related remotely, don't cross over, nothing. Just if you like either of the characters, they're worth reading. There's been like a Rocket one and a Tippy Toe one. I think that story might have crossed over actually. There was a Bucky one and a Nova one. So yeah, I mean, if you like one of the characters, then just read it. That's what I've been going by. They've been really good. Just I like the odd little like one-off story. So that was all the new comics going on the shelf this week. Mentioned at the start of the video, if you do want anything put aside, then just send a direct message to the Facebook page, the Dark Side Facebook page, and let me stick stuff aside. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. So with that said, let's go on to the new graphic novels, because I'm just going to get my old YouTube comments up so I can see if you guys are saying anything. Yes, Joe said, got some hard choices to make when I do my pickup this week. Lots of great ones. Yes, yes, there is. Just wait till you see the graphic novels, Joe. Good grief. So, along with regular restocks of the shelves, so stuff we've had in before, we're getting it back in. We do those every week, new stuff every Wednesday. So anything that you might have come in and it hasn't been in here, it'll probably be back in the week after or within a few weeks. So along with all of those, let me get these comics out of the way, a bunch of brand new graphic novels. So these are ones that are coming out tomorrow, fresh on the shelves, and they are not in alphabetical order yet. So starting off, we have something that is, I actually haven't had a look through it, so I do. I need it. So this, Joe, this is one that I think might tempt you this week because, oh my goodness, look at it. For starters, And it's part of a series, and I say loosely, by this, I'm not going to say this name, oh my goodness, Frederick Brimaud. Oh God, I probably butchered that. Bertolucci. I assume one is the writer, one is the artist. Yeah, it's just called Love, the Fox, and the series is called Love. And then they're different animals. I actually do have the other ones on order, but they just haven't turned up yet. This is the first one to turn up. Yeah, the first one was called Love the Tiger. Yeah, so these are a series of wildlife books. They're not linked, but a series of books, each focusing on a day in the life of a different wild animal across different natural habitats. This artwork, oh my goodness, look. I'm like in awe of this right now. I know each one does not link to the previous. They're just each about different animals. So the series is used in the way of like that are about animals, but they're not, the stories aren't linked. You can read them separately. Pages just in case, but like it's all visual, like there's no words, which I done properly, which is rarely, but from looking at this, you've done amazingly. Like, look at this. Oh my goodness. That's gorgeous. Prize this out of my hands because oh my God. It's $15.99, which is nothing for a hardback that big and that gorgeous. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and get the rest of these in as like a permanent fixture in the shop because they're gorgeous and also I probably need them all. So yeah, there's 4. I've ordered all of the other 3, but just this is the only one that's turned up so far. But like, goodness me. And if you want any of these ordered in specifically, again, let me know, send me a direct message and then I will keep them aside for you. If not, I'm hopefully going to order some for the shelf anyway because they are just stunning. Well, I have ordered some for the shelf. I'm just waiting for them. Stunning. Next up, we have Tyson Hess's Diesel. I read Diesel as it was coming out in single issues, as I think Joe did in the comments. It is about this girl here. She rides this little robot thing. She is on like an airship, and she falls off it, and some stuff happens, and that's all I'm saying because I don't want to give stuff away. It's really adorable artwork. I believe this Tyson Hess did a comic. I did a web comic called something Boxer now, but that was awesome. But this is amazing. Yeah, I really dig this. This is really up my street. I'm actually positive a few of you will dig this in particular. I have a few people in mind who would really like this. It's really good. It's like a little bit steampunky, but also not. But it's really good. It's really funny and really lovely and really well written. And Tyson Hess, I believe, was it? It's just awesome. It's a really nice book and it's only $13.99 for a pretty chunky book. I really enjoyed this. The colours are gorgeous as well. So, Diesel. Next up, we have one which I know my buddy Nicole was waiting for, which is Poe Dameron finally out in trade. This is issues 1 to 6. I've been reading common single issues and it's so good. For starters, it's Phil Noto artwork, which is stunning. You might recognize his artwork from the Black Widow run that he did with Nathan Edmondson. Who's this Poe Dameron guy? Like, I need more of him in my life, and I mean that in like every way. I need more of him in my life. And the comic does a great job of expanding on him. So if you're a BB-8 fan, you need to read this because there's loads of really adorable Poe BB-8 interaction. So yeah, that's really good. I've been reading that and I can like tell you that it's awesome. Really, really good. Probably my favorite Star Wars book so far, second only to Princess Leia, which I loved. But yeah, really good, really gorgeous artwork. Awesome. Next we have, Heartthrob from Oni Press. I loved Heartthrob. If you like Fight Club, you need to read Heartthrob. Essentially, this girl has, is it brain heart transplant? Duh, with that title. She has a heart transplant. And the guy whose heart she gets starts seeing him. So obviously it's a dead guy who has given his heart to science. She's got his heart in a transplant, and you can see him here. She starts kind of seeing him, and crimes happen. So he's essentially a cross between an imaginary friend and Tyler Durden, which I really liked. And the fact that they go and do crimes together is really interesting. Her relationship with him is bizarre, and really, I found it really interesting to read about. That's really good. For all of this meaty substance, it's only $8.99, which is criminal. Pun definitely intended. I really enjoyed this. So yeah, another one I strongly recommend picking up. There's like, oh, this week is awesome. And last week there was barely anything out, and this week it's like, hey, here's everything good. We have Lumberjanes Volume 5. Do I really need to tell you about Lumberjanes? Like, it's the best. If you've like ever come in the shop, then I've group of girls at a ladies only summer camp called the Lumberjanes, where they go on adventures in the woods and fight magical. There's a sexy merman, mermaid. That's the word. And other such creatures. There's been mystical kittens and all sorts. This is awesome. It's particularly awesome for around the ages of about 12 to 100, like anything from 12 upwards, to be honest. It's a really good comic for people getting, really good for young girls in comics. It's really good for older people in comics. Like, I'm 25. I really enjoy this. I know people a lot older than 25 that also really enjoy it. It's really sweet. It's really good fun. Cute art. It's like action adventure-y stuff. There's also two of the girls are like kind of a thing, so like that's awesome as well, as in like dating. I don't really want to like say too much about that because spoilers, but yeah, it's super cute and super lovely, and you need it in your life. Next up, we're nearly at the end of the stack. Next up, Volume 2 of Paper Girls. Oh my! Now I've only got one copy of this, but I've got more coming next week. I just have to wait for more to come. But yeah, I probably also don't need to tell you about Paper Girls. If you like Stranger Things, you need to read Paper Girls. That's it. You need to read Paper Girls because it's also by Brian K. Vaughan, who wrote Saga and Why the Last Man, and just read Paper Girls. It's set in the 80s. Girls that deliver newspapers. Aliens come. It's so good, so good. So the first volume, I can see it on the shelf from here. This is the second volume. So the second volume has issues. It doesn't say. I would guess it maybe has about issues 6 to something in it. If you come in, I can check. I can look it up online and find that out for you. But yeah, so Paper Girls. Just going to do a quick comment check. Joe, thank you for your comments. Yes. See, Joe can vouch for me and said that Diesel is amazing. And pirates. Yes, of course, pirates. That's the key word I forgot from that. Stuff out this week, like so much good stuff. So with that said, on to the next thing, which this is something that I want to read, called 1 Week in the Library. It's a graphic novella, a comic, from writer W. Maxwell Prince and artist John Amore, which recounts use comics, infographics, prose, and poetry to play with the graphic medium and explore the multivalent, I've never seen that word before, world of living narrative. I have got to admit, I ordered this because the front cover looks a bit like The Page Master, which is one of my favourite movies ever. Macaulay Culkin. Go watch that. But also, then when I got it in, I was like, oh my, look at this, because this is everything. Written, this hot librarian guy's up my street. It's done in like the different days, those bold titles. I'm all about them. Minimal in terms of dialogue, which I always think is very interesting, especially if the storytelling, the visual storytelling is done well. this I can't wait to read. I will no doubt put up a more in-depth review once I've actually read it. Again, it is only £8.99, which is nothing. Again, might be a nice Christmas present because it is just like a one-off quick read, totally different from anything else. Yeah, expect an incoming review of that at some point when I get around to reading it, because I definitely want to. It looks way up my street. Next up, we have volume 5 of Rick Remender's Black Science. I have not read Black Science. I'm going to, because Remender is a god. So yeah, volume 5 Black Science, that has issues 22 to 25 in it. So if you're reading Black Science, that will make sense to you. Drink, because I've been talking a lot. Next up, oh, I should. This is the run where he is Hydra. So yeah, this is the one that you saw getting talked about everywhere. All the controversy was about this. This contains issues 1 to 6. Yeah, I read the first 2 issues. I'm going to read the rest of this before I state an opinion on it. If you know me, you know how much I like Cap, and you know how much I like Steve Rogers in particular. So, to be honest, the first 2 issues I read, I was just like, this is reasonably well written. I'm still not sure about making him Hydra. But again, I'm going to read this, expect a more broad review once I have read it and can give an actual proper opinion on it. But if you wanted to read Hydra Cap and we're waiting for the trade. And lastly, on the graphic novel front, we have something I have been eagerly awaiting since the hardback came out, which is Doctor Strange, Way of the Weird. I think I had a... No, it's not there anymore. So yeah, this is the paperback of the hardback version that was out quite a few months ago now. If you've been coming in, if you've heard me talking about it, you'll know I loved this run of Doctor Strange. It's amazing. So for starters, it's Jason Aaron writing it. So he's the guy that's been writing it out. He's awesome for starters. Like, he's a really good writer. Secondly, it's been drawn by Chris Bachalo. Like, holy heck, Chris Bachalo's art is so well suited to Doctor Strange. I'm going to show you, because obviously the hardbacks come wrapped in cellophane, so you can't look inside, which is tragic. But the paperback, you totally can. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And it's so perfect for Doctor Strange. Like, all that crazy, twisty, monstery stuff. Oh god, it's so good. Yeah, if you saw Doctor Strange, or even if you didn't see Doctor Strange, if you just look at this, the use of colour. Wanted to know more about Doctor Strange, whether your interest was piqued by the film or just by existing. Oh, it's gorgeous. Then I recommend picking this up. To be honest, even if you're not that bothered by the film, I would recommend picking it up anyway. I prefer this to the film. Like, I'd rather have this in my eyes than the film. And I really like the film, but this is exceptional. I kind of wish they'd made a movie that was literally directly this adapted, because it's that good. I loved it. I really loved it. If you want magically, mystically, supernaturally stuff, again, if you kind of want more background to the film version, although a lot of the film was based off the old comics, I think this is still relevant. So yeah, that's now out in paperback. So if you saw that in hardback in the shop and you were waiting for it in paperback, now is your chance to get it. I may still have one of the hardbacks kicking around if you prefer in hardback, or if you want it to be a present or whatever. If not, it's here in paperback. So that is all the comics and graphic novels. There's a little bit of merchandise, and then I will stop shouting at you. It's been like a while. So this week in merchandise, horrible, we've got 2 new pops in. Well, there's 3 new pops, but these are the first 2. These are imposters, which are basically existing good guys dressed as bad guys. Or is it the bad guys dressed as good guys? Don't know. Either way, here's Batman as Harley Quinn, which actually, like, I feel like that's a strong look for Batman. Like, I know he's stuck with, like, the black and yellow, but red and black might be your colours. With, like, the little diamonds and everything. You're working it, girl. Next Next up, we have or Batman as Penguin. Again, I am strongly feeling that look, particularly the monocle, but also the tuxedo, which I like to imagine is not actually a shirt and a waistcoat, but it's drawn on. Novelty t-shirts as suits looks. That's what I like to think that is. Purple gloves. Lycra trousers. Yes, Batman. And also those eyebrows, like they are rivaling mine. So if you want either of these sassy Batmans, each we also have Batgirl as Poison Ivy, as the Riddler. So yeah, these are pretty hilarious. If you are a collector of stuff that's a bit strange, or if you have a pretty good Batman collection, these are quite amusing, hilarious. So continuing on the Batman theme, look at this. So this is a new range. These are different from the Mopies. So Mopies are these things. These are also Funko, but they're called Mopies. They're kind of like beanie, sit like they're moping, get it? And they have those big scary egg eyes. And so in comparison, these are the Pop plushes. This probably means like nothing to everybody, but I figure I'll explain it a little bit. So they're slightly, so Mopies are slightly smaller, both width and different. Like the Mopies are a mix of like embroidered and sticker. The Pops seem to be slightly higher quality in that this is embroidered, but this is like a rubbery belt. He's got a little separate cape. He's got semi-normalized, I mean as normal as the Pop stuff gets, and he's squishy. There feels like there might be beans in the bottom, but he's squishy. I actually don't more kid friendly. Let me see if it says on the tag. It should do. Okay, so it doesn't, I mean, they both say they're 14 plus. Are you seriously telling me you couldn't give this to a 13-year-old? To be honest, that rating is possibly for, say they're adult collectibles, that's up to you. Obviously, I can't condone them being given to kiddies, but if you think your kid's going to be okay with something with beans in and whatever, like, to be honest, I think you'd have to put this whole thing in your mouth to choke on it, which would be quite a feat. But yeah, anyway, so he's come in. He's a little bit bigger. You can see side by side, there's a bit of size difference between them. So the Pop plushes, see? Mopies. I'm going to stop explaining the difference because that's super. Anyway, so Batman is the first one to come in. I believe there's going to be Harley Quinn, Spider-Gwen, a bunch of other comic ones. So he is 9. Like I said, a little bit bigger, so a little bit more expensive than the Mopies, but really, really cute. Really nice, like stocking fillery sort of thing. I really like him. He's got that cute little mouth. I think they're pretty cool. They're actually really nice. They're like really soft as well, which made me think they were maybe more kid-based because they're really super soft. The Mopies are like normal fabric. These are that really nice, like really soft stuff. Do you know the stuff I mean? Like where it goes a different color. Yeah, I know what I mean. Anyway, so that's all Batman. The other Pop we got in is going to be one that I think is going to disappear pretty quick, and that is Jin from Star Wars Rogue One, which of course is due out in just a couple of weeks. This is Jin in her normal outfit from the movie with her gun, little blaster gun. A word of warning to everybody. Last year with The Force Awakens, Rey, which was obviously the main female character in that, was gone. Gone. Her and BB-8, which was obviously the droid in that movie, were gone by Christmas. Jin being the female protagonist of this. I also have the droid, which is K2SO. I am predicting they are going to be gone by Christmas if it's anything like Force Awakens last year. I only have a couple of Jins. I have 4 of them. So if you want her, I would try and grab her as quick as you can, or stick her on your Dark Side Christmas list, or whatever, floats your boat. But I'm predicting she might be gone over Christmas. So if you want Jin, if you think she looks freaking amazing in the movie, which I totally think she does, then come down and grab one as soon as possible, because I really think she's going to go very quick. prediction based on last year's Force Awakens situation. I just know around Christmas I had a lot of people coming and asking for Rey, and I had loads of Reys. All of them were gone by Christmas Eve. So if you want her, if you want Jin, or if you want the droid, which is K2SO, why do I remember that? Like, why? I haven't even seen the movie. Well, actually, he's not called K2SO, and I'll be hideously embarrassed. Yeah, anyway, so that was the new merchandise. New this week. And if there's anything else, I think that was it. That's everything, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to show you 2 pops that came in a couple of weeks ago because they're awesome. So let me just add these guys on as a bonus, if you like. Now, these are the last 2 of the New York Comic Con exclusives. You might have seen the post that I did about the New York Comic Con exclusives a few weeks ago, directly from New York Comic Con. So they're super limited. I actually didn't think I was going to get sent any, and I did, which is amazing. So first up, there is exclusive glow-in-the-dark Universal Monsters Wolfman. Look at his little cute hands. As you can see, they come with the new stickers, which is pretty amazing, actually. And the second one I have is from The Killing Joke, from Batman The Killing Joke. Again, New York Comic Con sticker. These are both super limited. I haven't actually seen them in any other shops yet, although I'm sure they're out there. I also haven't seen many floating about in the UK online. I'm amazed I actually got these because I thought they would never have ended up sending them to me, but they did. We have them for only $24.99, which is not very much considering your normal limited editions are 20 quid. So $24.99 each for these. You wanted to grab both, I would be willing to do them a little bit cheaper as a pair. Just come and ask. But yeah, these, I only have 1 of each. I might have 1 other Joker sitting around, but I only have 1 Wolfman. Rainbow Batman's gone, Kitty Pryde's gone. So these are the last New York Comic Con exclusives that I have in. Just that I would remind you guys because they came in a couple of weeks ago and they're pretty awesome. I'm going to stick those back. Oh, nearly knocked things off. Yeah, so I think that is everything new for this week. That sparks your interest. Bear in mind, we do get new stuff every single Wednesday. I'm going to start doing these videos every week so that you guys can see what message to the Dark Side Comics Facebook page. Send a message to our inbox over there and I will stick your stuff aside. That is totally fine. Ideally, to pick up within a week of putting it aside would be great. Thank you very much. So I can reserve stuff for about a week. I think that is everything. Let me know if you watched, if you want me to do more of these, if you find these helpful, if you would rather I was not invading your computer or phone screen with my face, let me know that too. On Facebook or on here, let me know. I think YouTube's going to be easier for keeping these things up. I don't know. I haven't decided. I want to do these every week. Maybe I should make like a little Dark Side TV graphic. I don't know how you put that in. Oh my God, maybe I need a jingle. Now my mind is whirring. Anyway, so let me know what you guys think. You can tweet us at Darkside Comic UK because they couldn't fit the S in. On Instagram at Darkside Comics UK, on Facebook at Darkside Comics UK, or the website is UK. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know if you want me to do more, if you have more ideas for me to do videos. Clearly I can talk for 1,000 years. Yeah, so let me know, comments, constructive criticism. If you enjoyed this, then please share it around. Yeah, whatever. I think that's everything. I've been talking for about an hour. Good grief. You guys must be sick of the sight of me. So I'm going to go. Some comments. Let me know what you thought. I'm going to put all this stuff out on the shelves now. I will see you in store this week. Come and talk to me, come and hang out. If you are further afield, I probably should have mentioned this earlier. If you're further afield and you can't come down to the shop, which is in Chelmsford in Essex in the UK, if you're further afield and can't come down, I can always post stuff out to you. Postage for comic books is £2.99 and you get that in like a card backed envelope. Postage for everything else is £3.99 and you get that in a box with bubble wrap and peanuts, like packing peanuts and stuff. So everything's well protected. I can post it anywhere in the UK. I'm not posting internationally yet. I think that is everything. Remember to drop us a message or whatever, and don't forget to support your local comic shop, and I will see you on the dark side.